this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the London Monarchs. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On set, Mike 29. You ain't going nowhere.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Now it's Jackson. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Derrick Henry. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On third down, Jackson. Got a man, Slayton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike, 50. 56. Let's go one more. Slam. 5 wide.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
319. 56. I'm coming. 56.
Allen off the play fake. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
54's Mike. Check.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Bears first down.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the 24, Jackson. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
To throw is Jackson. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And it's 3rd down.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the gun, Jackson. Working end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Allen to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An update now from Oakland. Chargers have jumped out to an early lead over the Raiders. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. A run by Foreman to start the drive. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big-time ramble there by Foreman, and even 60 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Allen taking it himself. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
With desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the edge. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Jackson. That's complete to Slayton. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Bears first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You ain't got nothing.
Now it's Henry, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
I'm here all day.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Bears.
Let's go. 6 yards. 29. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run with Henry, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
In your face.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Lets it go for Nelson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To the air, Allen. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Foreman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Stepping up. He'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
19. Let's go, D.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 49-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Allen going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Fighting through. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish. Not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. Now Jackson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Go.
Jackson from the shotgun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again. And it's second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike 51. Mike 51. Come on. I'm dead, baby. I'm dead. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score, and now they get to go out there and do their part.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
And here's Allen to throw again. Man open left side is Brown. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw again on 2nd down, Allen.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
55, double dog, that's the way. Kill. Hey, Haywood.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Now Allen. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just looking the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. To throw, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Mike 51.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Running from the gun with Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
From the gun, Jackson. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Mike, time to go. Night. Kill.
Play action. It's Jackson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. On first down, Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect him, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Mike 51.
Jackson throwing again. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Being chased out left. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, and it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now here in London. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing on first down is Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
29. Mike 29. 3 buzz.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Jackson operating from the gun. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Go. 56, right there. 56. Check.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Check. Walk 54. Here I come.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I got you, boy. Check 26.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Airing it out. And that's caught inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Agba in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they finally get him down as he takes it up to the 44. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
5 wide.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
On any given pass, but you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Airing it out. Look. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as the Bears push further out in front.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Allen now on 1st down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now again, right side. Foreman. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
DeMarcus Lawrence on the stop.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Bears, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.